Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is becoming quite ridiculous, I gotta say. Um, I've been digging red holes. Every day I'm on this 3-day red streak right now. And I gotta say, it's just ridiculous. I've gone negative and super pissed because towards the beginning of the month here, um, had a great run and today down at 740. Third red day, and while this isn't as much as the previous two, it's still really bad. Keep breaking habits. That's what's happening right now. I don't even know where to begin here. Down 740 puts me down 606 on the month. I've basically burned through all my progress, and it's super frustrating. Let's look at the intraday balance here. First couple trades I just started. Actually, the first three trades weren't really much. I was positive, then went negative 55. What happened was I jumped into NH, and right there, boom, had a massive red trade. And that kind of started the trend for me today on things. I told myself today too, I was thinking in my head, and I should have written this out and, you know, actually stuck to it. I was thinking, if I go down 300, more than 300, or if I get close to, getting down to 300, I just need to walk away. Because my green days, they need to be much bigger and then need to be more consistent because while, yes, I have less red days, I only have 6 red days, got 10 green days. My red ones are so big that they, wipe out all the green work. So that's the trend that I'm working with here. I'm realizing my red days are just so bad and bloody and horrible there. So, yeah. So anyways, I dug that hole of negative 46 and then worked up a bit, but then really just went sideways, up and down and up and down and up and down, and then just started kind of slowly trending down. Got down to negative 528, then kind of worked up a little bit, but just sideways, really. Just fighting it so hard, and I spent so much time and trades and money into it trying to get out and never could. So where things got really bad today is I took a trade right here. MVIS. I started trading that, and I had a huge trade where I over leveraged. I was doing good. I was slowly working myself out of a hole, and then I'll show you in a minute with the chart. But I had this massive trade right here. I was down 425, and then with this one trade, I went down 1651. And that put me in this massive hole. And I was just feeling like all kinds of emotions at that point. And frustration, anger, everything. And, I told myself I probably just gotta call it, but I felt so bad that I wanted to dig out of it. And, I actually made a decent comeback from that in the sense that down 1651, I worked all the way out, and the highest I could get, by the end of the day was down 740. So while that's nothing to be super proud of, you know, still being red on the day, it was nice I was able to work out of that massive hole, you know, take 1,000 off that, so that was helpful. Let me show you that one specific trade, MVIS right here. Yeah, it was, I think, right in here. Let me actually go to the trade. Man, I traded way too much today. I think, what was this? 1425? Right. It was basically two buys back to back at 1,000 shares each. And what happened is, man, I'm trying to find this. Sorry guys, 1 second here. I thought I was right in here, 1452. Yeah, right here. Okay. Yeah, 1451. Here's what happened. 1451. I got in at, what happened was, okay, right, this whole thing is working up. Hits this peak of 893. And so it dips, and then I'm starting to see this curl up, and I'm thinking it's gonna, good chance that it's gonna break that. Of course it doesn't, but what happened was I actually got in at 883, and I hit my speed key for 1,000, and I didn't get filled right away. It was at 883, and then so I hit it again, trying to clear out the other one, and I got filled at the higher spot of 885, 2 cents higher. And then immediately on the rip down, got filled with the other shares. So I was in 2,000 shares on this, and I had the just the smallest opportunity here where it rose above my average price, which was like 884, I guess, and to like 886, and tried to sell, or I think I don't know if I hit it or not, but I had the opportunity basically to sell in that one split second, and I didn't. And guess what? It just rips down. I'm holding the biggest share size ever, right? Ridiculous share size. And here I am holding it and come down into this. And I'm really thinking, I'm holding it for just a minute. And I go, you know what? I can't afford to hold this for another leg down. If this thing, you see how it consolidated sideways? And if it would have dropped even more, I said, you know, this is just too much. So I just had to bail on it. And, you know, that was the big, massive hole that it put me in. And then only to think that it eventually turned around and ripped higher. I did get a good trade on here, but that's how I got a little bit out of that hole, but it was still, you know, still a tough time there. So that's where I'm sitting, and I don't even know what to think, honestly, at this point. I was really trying to get in the mindset of just like getting green, and even if it was small, and just trying to be consistent throughout the rest of the month. And here I am, man. It's just gotten to about this bad 3-day red streak, and I don't know what to say. I mean, I can't really tell, you know. I think a little bit of it has to do with the market, because the stuff I was trading, I guess, when I was on this long green streak, everything seemed pretty hot and things were moving. And like today, we didn't have anything above like 100%, you know, as far as a gain. So I think I'm just trying to trade too hard, too much, on these days that the market's just not giving up really good opportunities. I mean, there are some opportunities like today with MVIS, but you know, you had to play your cards right. And once again, it still didn't get, I don't think it got above 100%. So not even that great of a stock to trade. It was like the only one that was up at that time, you know, above 40 or 50%. So I decided I would trade it. And that's where I'm sitting. Negative 606 on the month. And I'm really hoping I can just get green on the month and finish green. So that's all I got. I really hope you guys are enjoying this. As rough as it is for me, it's kind of the reality of trading, and I'm not saying I'm necessarily a good trader at all, really. But I'd say I'm fairly experienced. I've been doing this for, you know, a couple years, and I feel like I'm getting better, but right now I'm just in this bad patch towards the end of the month. I was doing great towards the end of the towards the beginning of the month here, and I think that what that led to was, you know, big confidence, high ego, whatever else you want to name it, and realizing that I knew a red day would come. I thought I might have one or two and then be back on the green, and that's not the case. So you really have to plan for that, and don't, I guess, get too tied into the emotions of thinking, hey, you know, it's making great money for the last 5 days, that's going to continue, because for me, it hasn't, and I think that's the case for a lot of other traders too. If you get too caught up thinking things will just continue, because the market does change quite often, and you have to adjust to that. So that's really all I got. I hope you guys, once again, are enjoying this. Make sure to subscribe and like this if you're enjoying my honest, horrible red days and you're down in the red with me too. Or maybe you're green. Hopefully you're green. I hope you're having an awesome month right now and you're doing the best you've ever done. But for me, that's not the case. It started off that way and changed quite quickly. So yeah, anyways, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching. And we'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday. You know, we've only got a few days left out of the month here, so try our best to stay green. And we'll see you on the next one.